Today we're going over job sites. We had rain last week and we got rain in the forecast this week. So basically we're going to go check job to job today and show you guys what we've all done at each one, and let's get into it. So today at this job we just installed some drain tile here, so we're going to go dig that up with shovels in the inside quick and see if we're draining. On this job we've dug the basement. We got our two septic sites right here. We are planning on drilling the well here soon. We don't know exactly when we're going to do that, but I'll show you what I mean about our drain tile. So right now, right here, I got 6-inch drain tile right here that I daylighted out of the back side of the house. And the reason that we had to do that was the basement was flooding underneath the rock, and as you can tell, my drain tile is working. I have one stub out right here and another stub out up on top. And I'll show you what I mean the inside where we connected it. Right here's your sump basket. When we showed up last Thursday, this was level with water, and what I mean, underneath this rock there's groundwater. This, your sump pump basket down in here, is what pumps it all out. And that's why we had to put on those extra drain tiles to be able to make sure that does not overflow. And then right here, this is where I stubbed onto. We dug it out a little bit more, and then connected our line. Ran it outside the back side of the house, and that's how we were able to get the basement from stop flooding. Basically what we got right here is a pump that's pumping out our groundwater. Yeah, we installed the drain tile, yeah, we did this, but at the same time, it's going to be a long process to be able to get this basement to clean out. And as you can tell right there, there's our pipe running in the basement. And yeah, so this pump runs constant 24 hours, 7 days a week to make sure that the basement is not over flooding itself. And yeah, we have this set down in here just for that exact reason. So what we got today, we just dug this house about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and as you can tell, they're moving along with their concrete. They got forms poured, rebar in the forms. As you can tell, it's a massive house, massive. We got our driveway coming up here, and we'll talk more about the forms when we get down there. So as you can tell, the top part of the house here, it's all 6-inch forms, and what I mean by that is your depth. Down here you got a foot form, so like right over there, as you can tell, it's way thicker than what these are. And down in here you got a sport court, and what do we mean by a sport court is basically it's a sunken room in the house. That's what makes it so big. It can either be a movie theater, it could be pickleball court, golf simulators, any of that type of stuff. But as you can tell, we're all at one grade up on top, but we had to dig the sport court down far enough in case it's going to be a basketball gym or something, so it's able to get our height onto the house. The tanks the other day, so right here is where we came out with our pipe. We ran it out to here, and then we ran it. There's one clean out, another clean out. We'll walk down there and I'll show you more what we've done. So what we got right here is a set of tanks. We got a 1250, a 1000. What I mean by that, you got your first tank, that's your biggest, that's your bulk tank, and it filters, runs a line up to here, and then it's going to run up to the septic mound. So if you look at job sites, the big roped out barrier is your septic mound. This is the soil that cannot be messed with, because it has to be to code by the state. And basically we ran a line, there's your pump line, and it comes back and feeds back into the tank. We'll come up top and talk about it more. So basically on the top of your mound right here, you got, basically we're going to cover this whole thing with sand. You got to scarify the ground first, and you're going to cover it with sand. And the stakes right here, basically you're going to have anywhere from 2 to 4 feet of sand underneath. You build your bed up, your rounds, then you're going to come in with about 9 inches of rock, set your pipe over the top, connect it to that pipe that we stubbed up. Then you're going to cover that with rock, put another layer on, and then cover it up, and that's what your big hill is basically in everybody's yard out in the country lot. And yeah, that's how a septic mound works. Look at this house that we're at right now. Another big multi-million-dollar house that's coming along here in Credit River. Should be done by the middle of August, so yeah, off to the next one. I got my pre-hauled sand here for my mound. What we're doing today, we're going to check the wetness of the mound. I needed at least a foot down dry to be able to put in a mound. And once again, tanks are set, pump lines ran, everything's staked out. I'll show you what I mean by testing if it's dry. Basically, we're in the middle of the rock bed here. You're gonna dig down about a foot, and then come down in here, you just grab a little bit of scrap. And basically, to see if it's dry, you're gonna sit here and roll and roll and roll and keep rolling. And this one's kind of debatable, but what you want is to not be able to roll it up and make it stick together. So I don't know, either it's gonna dry out here quick or it's not. So this one is questionable on what we're gonna be able to do with it, but we're gonna have to go back and talk game plan and be able to figure out what we need to do this week to do this. So yeah.
So today we're doing an interview with Charlie Bond here. He's owner and operator of Bond Well Drilling. So Charlie, how did it all start?
In 1975, my dad started it in Jordan, Minnesota. Started out well drilling, then went into septics, and then got into excavation.
What's your first memory of working?
Probably riding in the equipment.
What did you look forward to an everyday life of going to work?
Enjoying it. If you don't enjoy it, don't do it.
Hobbies?
Not too many of them. Razor riding, hanging out with family, friends.
Good hobbies. What's your favorite trucks you've owned?
Fords,
Fords. Any semis?
K-Dubs, some Max,
No Pete's?
one Peterbilt.
One. Old 379. What kind of equipment do you run?
Excavators, backhoes, dozers, skids.
What's your favorite equipment to run?
I'd say about all of them. I like to swap.
Bids. How do you bid out jobs?
It's a good one. Depends on the time of the year, how busy you are, what the competition's doing.
Do you base it out of like any other competition for like septics and stuff?
Well, you try to make 10 to 20% on everything you do.
Okay.
If you don't make that, it ain't worth it.
Does it range from different types of soil, where it's at?
Yeah, locations.
Okay.
How much travel time you got.
Workers, like who have you hired in the past, or who's hired now?
Oh, I think we got 10 to 12 workers.
Good amount. What makes you so successful?
Got to be involved, nonstop.
What makes a good worker?
Care, listen, do what you're told, follow the orders.
What are you doing? Why are you doing what you're doing?
Because I like it.
I love it.
All right, today we got Gary Bond here, and we'll be interviewing him about his life and how he started Bond Well Drilling. Gary, how's it going today?
Really good.
So our first question is, how did it all start?
Well, I started working for somebody in a well drilling business back in early 70s. Was doing all their service work and drilling and stuff, and decided to go on my own after a few years of doing that. So I just decided to move to Jordan and start the business up there. And bought a repair rig, and a few months later I bought a drilling rig and a backhoe, and started doing wells and service, and we put in septic systems also.
Been history ever since, huh?
Yep, it's been like 49 years.
What was your first memory of work back then?
Oh, when I was doing on my own,
Yeah.
my memory was it was a lot of work. It was a lot of dedication, a lot of hours. when you had a farmer that was out of water, you had to go out there and get him water for all his cattle. And that was a big deal.
Looking back at it now, during the moment it probably seemed worth it to put in all those hours, sacrifice family time and all your personal life. Looking back at it now, do you feel the same way still?
Yes, I think it was well worth starting my own business and stuff. I think going into any kind of business is a good thing to do. But you got to be dedicated to it, put a lot of time into it to make it grow.
What do you look for before you were semi-retired? What did you look forward to every day during work?
I think getting out, meeting people and stuff like that, and talking to them, that was always interesting. And then doing good work and going back on service calls and stuff when they needed help on that. That was rewarding to have recognize that you did good work.
Right. What is your hobbies nowadays?
Well, I do a lot of side-by-side riding, and we go to Lake Havasu, Arizona in the winter for a few months, and then we also do some traveling around the country and stuff.
What back then or now or anything? What were your favorite trucks to have?
Ford trucks, I guess, whether they're pickups or cars and stuff. I wasn't really into old cars and stuff. I liked them, but if I had one, I was always would be afraid to drive it because of having an accident or somebody scratching it or something like that. So I never got into that, but I liked them.
What besides just the drill rig, because you're probably gonna answer with that, but what was your favorite equipment to run?
Oh boy. I guess a backhoe. I know drilling rig was fun. That was very challenging because you were drilling in the earth and you didn't know for sure what you were drilling through till you circulate water all the time to bring your cuttings up, and that was pretty interesting doing that. And different formations that you'd run into and different aquifers, and it was a challenge, and I like challenges, I guess.
What back then when you were bidding something, what made our bid successful compared to somebody else's? What made us get the job?
I think it was good communications, explaining what you're doing for them and stuff. We weren't always the cheapest one, but we always got plenty of work, and I think it was just doing good work and being honest with our homeowner and customers and stuff.
What looking back on it, on your career, what would in your definition, what makes a successful worker, or what makes a successful employee?
Well, it's being honest and working hard, and I guess being out and telling the truth what you're doing and stuff like that, and I just following through with what you said you were going to do and stuff.
What makes a person successful in this world?
Well, it's about the same thing too. It's quality work that you do, and a good reputation like that. That's better than that. Your best advertising is good work and word of mouth.
And then our final question is, why well drilling? Out of everything to start, anything to do, why did you choose that?
Well, I think it was just because I started working for somebody. When I got out of high school, I had no clue what I really wanted to do. I wasn't college material. I was a good hands-on person and on-the-job training. And I started working for somebody, and I guess I liked that, and I thought I could make a good business out of it.
There you go. Well, I appreciate taking time out of your very busy schedule to sit down and have this interview with us. So, thank you.
You're welcome.
Today on this video, you guys watched us. We interviewed two of the most highly successful people that we both know personally, and they gave us a small insight, not much about their lives, but they gave us gave us very good key points on how to be a good worker, how to do this, how to be successful in this world. And we really appreciate Charlie Bond and Gary Bond to be able to let us do that with them today. We all know they're busy. They were able to make time for me and Carter to be able to interview them. This past video, you guys watched us go over job sites that we have currently going right now. And with the rain lately, it's been kind of messing with us. And with that, we also showed you guys some equipment and our edits in the videos. But thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and subscribe to the Jordan Creative Communications channel. And thanks again.